Okay, now we're going to come in and we're going to define some trees here. So I took some sepia, a little bit of this cobalt blue. I'm mixing it up to make a nice gray color. And we're actually facing in the direction of the light. So I'm just going to come across here and go on the edge of this tree and define the shape. Hope you could see it here. And I'm not being too neat about it. I'm just coming in. I'm being pretty messy because I could always move it around later. I'm just going to get the edge here. And now when I want to move it around, I clean my brush, wipe it off, and I could come in here and I could move this color around a little bit. That just kind of makes the tree stand out a bit. It's got this beautiful blue-gray color to it. The bark. Later on in the summer and towards the fall, some moss will probably be growing on there and you'll see a bit of green. Maybe we'll even want to put a little dot of green in there to show some moss. I always like to use my palette colors here, my palette mud, because it's not local color. It's not going to be too bright, too garish. If you use a lot of palette mud, you got nice subtle colors. So I'm going to come across, I'm going to do this tree now. And remember we went earlier and we did them in a really light color? Well, now we're coming in and we're darkening them up. We're defining them a little bit. Getting some dark colors in here. I got some Payne's Gray. We could use a little of that. Touch the edge. The light is hitting the side of it right here. So I'm just going to go here and touch the edge. I'm not worried about how perfect I'm being. I just want to do this really quick and get down some color. Now the background trees, I'm going to leave pretty light. I'm going to do this one over here. Get the sides. Brush my color off. Come back with clean water. Push it around a little. I got that tree in the foreground. Maybe I want to come back with a little blue and suggest this guy, make him a little darker. And this guy over here, he's in the background. Just get the edge of that tree. Clean my brush off. Push this color around a little bit so it doesn't look like a solid stripe. And that looks pretty good. Maybe I'll define a couple more trees by the bridge here with some sepia and some blue. We'll make this guy a little bit dark. Come up here. He forks off over here. You can see him through the bridge. He comes down there like that. On the other side. That's pretty good. Maybe we'll get a guy in the background here. Come here. And we're just scribbling it in. We're not being really neat about it. We're just establishing this tree that lives here in the beautiful, beautiful Palos Woods. We're on the north end of McClaughrey Springs Woods, and we're now by Palos North Woods. And getting this in. So next, okay, now after the background is pretty dry, we're gonna come in and we're gonna paint in some leaves. And all I do is make some blobs here, dot dot dot. Mix in this bright green here with a sap green, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna make some leaves here. And again, on this side of the trail, we're going to make some leaves over here. Okay, so now what I did was I mixed some of the sap green and a little bit of this cobalt blue. I got a darker green, and right at the base of this tree here, there's some shrubbery that's kind of growing. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the basic shape of the shrubs. I'm going to come in here and dot, 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 and that's all I'm worried about there. Also at the base of these trees over here, there's some more grasses and shrubbery. This kind of establishes the tree at the base and makes it look like it's not floating in the air anyway. So just do some simple shapes here just to show that there's some grasses growing in front of these trees. Some leaves. I just scribble it in there. Not even too worried about it. Also by the bridge here, there's stuff growing. I'm gonna just scribble that in. It's fun to scribble it in. And now I'm gonna go around the edge of the trail here where there's some darker grasses growing. I'm gonna paint that in. I'm gonna wipe my brush off, clean it off, move it around here. Just to get that darker color. Maybe I want to move some color at the base of the tree too. Move that around a little. That looks pretty good. Also over here it's a little bit darker right at the edge of the trail. And come in. I'm going to paint that. Right where you see the edge there, it's a little bit darker green. Okay, next what I did here is I see some purple violets way in the distance, and I took the alizarin crimson that was up here and I just mixed some cobalt blue, make a nice purple color. I'm going to go in there, I'm just going to dot dot dot, dot dot dot. I'm just going to make little purple violets there. Coming around here. Maybe I want to get a little brighter pink here. I got some rose color coming here. Make some pink ones. This is spring. We've got beautiful wildflowers growing all over the place. Very beautiful and surreal. So just dot some colors for the wildflowers. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to flick some rocks here, some tiny little pebbles going down this trail. So I made a soupy mix of some blue and some sepia, and I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to flick it down to show some rocks. And if I think that's too much in the middle, I could just soften it up, soften some of that color up. I like that sprayed look. It's easy rocks. If you want to come in and make some bigger ones, just dot the edges here. Show that all of this is gravel. And that's an easy way to make some rocks. Now I see on the trail, there's some shadow going on the trail. Shadow colors of some trees. So I got this blue and purple and brown mixture, and I'm going to show the sun's coming out now. I'm going to show some shadows going over the trail. It looks real nice. Goes across the forest there. That looks good. All right.